and that he was returning. I don't know if he's left or right, but was planning on going back to Libya. And
Libya?
Yeah.
Amor Rashid.
Amor Rashid, yeah, Rashid.
Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, Rashid, yes.
And he was quoted talking about how he wanted to go back to Libya and he wanted to educate people about democracy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that all of these brilliant people who have left Libya so that they can have the freedom that other governments such as the United States allow them, do you think that a lot of people will go back to Libya now that these huge changes are being made? I mean, because so much of it just comes from the Libyan people and should come from the Libyan people and deciding the futures for themselves.
Anybody who was born in Libya, considered anybody who was born in Libya is a Libyan. Mm-hmm. I'm still concerned with Libya because I have dual citizenship. I have the Libyan passport, and I still, my daughter, she has an American, she's born here, right? She's the opposite side of me. Mm-hmm. What I mean by the opposite side of me, because I was born in Libya, and I became a citizen here. Mm-hmm. She was born here, and she got the Libyan citizenship because of my birth. Mm-hmm. See how opposite? I was born there, mm-hmm. and I became a citizen. She was born here, and she became a citizen. A flip-flop, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I have the right to do whatever I want in Libya, even business, to own, to do property. My dad was a businessman. He has a lot of property still back home. And my cousin's still there. My mom is still there. My sister's still there in Libya. My two sisters are married, and she married to that gentleman right there. See I'll show you. This gentleman right here, mm-hmm. He's a colonel, and this is his brother. This is in the Air Force, and this is in the Navy. See, this is the Gaddafi's flag, green. This is our real flag. This is the original flag right there. Mm-hmm. That was now in every part of Libya is raised that flag. Yeah. Instead of this flag, this green flag, this flag now was done away with. It's no longer an official flag of Libya. It's not an official. The green flag is not official flag. After they toppled Gaddafi, it's no more flag. That's it, done. He did away with this flag, and now the Libyans did away with his flag. What comes around goes around. Whatever you do wrong to somebody, it comes back to you. Mm-hmm. This is the rule. Karma. Yeah, karma. It's karma. Mm-hmm. It's a common sense. Nobody can explain it. It's very self-explanatory. Mm-hmm. Gaddafi did harm to them, and now they did harm to him. Mm-hmm. As simple as that. I mean, did the United States invade Libya and topple them? No. United States did not even participate in NATO. Let the NATO does the work. Why? NATO did the work over there to protect the Libyans, because Gaddafi decided when my hometown uprised, he decided to wipe it out from the face of earth. And he sent his military to do it. The first nation that protected the civilians of my hometown is French. The French people. They sent planes, they bombed them. They stopped them. If they did not do that, he would have done a big damage. Why he wants to do that? Because he wants to kill the revolution from spreading all over. But he didn't. The will of the people moved on. They went to his camps, military camps. They opened it up. They stole the weapons. They used the weapons that he bought from Russia and from the Soviet Union back then, and God knows from where else, Koreans or whatever. And then they used it against him. And they start moving until they liberated Misrata was bombed totally because it was close to him. If you go to Misrata, you say, "Oh my God, it's a ghost town." They raped the women too. The women, they were running naked in the streets because they were raped. Who did that? Because he wants to, to keep, to shut down the revolution, the Libyan revolution. They call them radicals. They hallucinated with drugs. They've been taking drugs. They're intoxicated. They all come just to justify his means of oppression. He used that terminology, but he didn't succeed. Why? He did not succeed because whatever you do wrong goes wrong back to you. You don't lie. You don't lie. Why should he lie he lied to the Americans and the Western? He said, "All those who are uprising now and doing all of this and who stole the arms from us, they are nothing but Al Qaeda. They are fanatics." Of course, there's some fanatics anywhere, and even in this country, there is a fanatics here in this country. Why not? We go back to our Michigan. Remember Michigan when somebody bombed a family federal building? Was it in Michigan? Or
I don't know.
yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska, or
I can't remember, but he was a fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who tried to assassinate our president and killed him. Shot. He's a crazy guy too. But there are some fanatics loose. The guys who bombed our twin building in September 11, they are fanatics too. There are some fanatics anywhere. But he accused those guys, the young guys, who stole the weapons from his camps to topple him, are fanatics and drugged and all this stuff. So he needed to do away with them. And he called the Western saying, "These are Al Qaeda, those are guys. I need your help so I can," because he wants to propagate to the Americans and to the Westerns that those guys, they're bad people. Mm-hmm. And if they come and take over, then you guys be in big trouble, bigger trouble than when I was in here. So I'm better off than them. If you protect me, then you're not gonna have those ruling people in Libya. And Libya would be safe, or would be okay. Mm-hmm. Since I agreed, I came out of the cold. I give up my mass destruction. I give up this, and I'm not engaged in a terrorist act again. I'm not supporting any freedom fighters. I'm whatever the list is here. Mm-hmm. But America knows that he's lying. He's nothing but a lie. Now, the good thing about America and the European is to understand the Libyan culture, to understand the mentality of the Libyans, where they want to go, how they want to establish their nation. Now it's the turn of the European people, the civilized world, to move on, to help Libya re-establish its country, to send them people, intelligent people, to help the Libyans outside the country to go back to their homeland, and help their fellow Libyans, to help the Libyans, educated Libya inside Libya. Ironically, I'll tell you something. I tell you why Libya will have a good chance of succeeding in establishing the rule of law. Okay. A lot of people, they say democracy, but democracy, as I say, is not just it's just a mean to operate your society, right? But the thing, Libyans are the first people. Libya sent 45 people to Tunisia last week, remember, when they had the first election? Libya sent 45 people to supervise election. That was the first free election was held in Tunisia. 45 people went from Libya. One of them, he was my close relative. Well, married to my cousin. He graduated from here. Zahi al-Mughaybi. Zahi, he's an educated person, political science, PhD political science, graduate student from New York City. Intelligent person, smart person. He lived in Libya. He didn't stay in Libya. He left. He graduated, and he wasn't like me. Decided to go back and stay in his hometown Benghazi with his family. Of course, he has a brother outside the country. Everybody has a relative outside the country. Everybody has a relative who doesn't want to go back and live under the dictatorial regime in Libya. But Mr. Zahir al-Mughaybi decided to go back to live to his country. That's his homeland. And was sent to Tunisia to supervise the election, the free election, so there would be no fraud. So what does this mean to us? It means that Libya is moving and sending, not only, it needs time for it to get back on its feet. It needs time. And sending people to Tunisia, that's a good sign. I think it's a good sign. You know, they didn't send people from another country. They sent it from Libya, close to Libya, which is a good indication. Did I answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
This is I just thought of it right now because I was talking to my cousin in Benghazi, and he told me, I said, where is Mr. Zahir al-Mughaybi?
You can start.
He's not here. He went to Tunisia to supervise the election. And I know from where he went to school to and how he graduated, and he was a big professor in the Libyan University. And we have a good professor in Libyan University. And we have a good universities in Libya. We have 2 universities in Libya. And they lived there under the dictatorial regime. They didn't believe it in the dictatorial regime. But what they can do, that's the system. That's under powerful grip, of Gaddafi's regime. Either you do it or you're going to get sent to jail, disappear from life. But I tell you something else. A lot of people left from England and went back to Libya to visit. Some of them they are going back permanently, and some of them going back, and because they have obligation overseas. Like me, for instance, I can't close my house and close my business and just run away right now. No, I just can't do that. It would be an unwise decision. Just close my store, close my house, and go leave. I have a daughter. She goes to a new here, and my son goes to Bridge High. And I have an obligation here. I'm a citizen too here, so it's not wise for me to do it just like that. I would have done it if I was a student and I graduated and I had a job. I could quit my job and get my job back in Libya. It's hard. It's easy, but for a businessman, it's very hard, to do it. Very hard to do. I might do it gradually over the years before I and sell my business to somebody else.